Big names, big questions, and even bigger consequences. One superstar wide receiver's future is suddenly cloudy. The Rams are quietly staring down life after their quarterback, and Week 15 separated the real contenders from the pretenders. If you want the full picture of where the NFL is headed next, you're in the right place.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the latest surrounding Davante Adams, who could realistically replace him if a move happens, what the Rams are thinking at quarterback in 2026 and beyond, and the biggest winners and losers coming out of a pivotal Week 15. A lot shifted this week, and some of these storylines are going to define the league much sooner than people realize.
Let's start with Davante Adams. Anytime his name is in the news, it sends shockwaves across the league, and for good reason. Adams is still one of the most complete wide receivers in football. Elite route runner, elite hands, elite football IQ. But the reality is this: his situation has become increasingly uncertain. Whether it's frustration with offensive consistency, quarterback play, or the direction of the team, the noise around Adams isn't random. Teams around the league are always monitoring situations like this, because when a player of that caliber even hints at uncertainty, it creates leverage and opportunity. The biggest takeaway right now isn't that Adams is definitely going anywhere. It's that his future isn't locked in the way it once was. Front offices are quietly asking the same question: if Davante Adams becomes available, are we ready? That kind of talent doesn't hit the market often, and when it does, the price is high, but so is the reward. So if Adams were to move on, who replaces him? That's where things get interesting. There's no true one-for-one replacement for a player like Davante Adams, but teams don't try to replicate stars, they redistribute impact. The most likely approach would be a combination of a young, ascending receiver and a scheme shift. Think explosive speed paired with a reliable possession option, rather than one alpha doing everything. Draft capital would immediately come into play. This upcoming receiver class has depth, and teams know cost-controlled talent is how you stay competitive. A rookie with speed and separation ability could take over the vertical threat, while a veteran or second-year player handles the chain-moving duties. It's not flashy, but it's how modern offenses survive losing a superstar. Now let's pivot to the Rams, because their situation might be flying under the radar. The Rams have mastered the art of the short-term window, but every window eventually closes. Their quarterback situation in 2026 and beyond is one of the most fascinating long-term questions in the league. The front office knows they're approaching a crossroads. Do they draft and develop? Do they bridge with a veteran? Or do they swing big again? The most likely answer is patience mixed with preparation. The Rams have shown they're willing to take risks, but they're also smarter about timing now. Drafting a quarterback a year early and letting him sit would make a lot of sense. Someone with physical tools who can learn the system, adjust to NFL speed, and be ready when the baton is passed. Don't be surprised if the Rams quietly target a high-upside prospect rather than a polished college star. Another path is the veteran carousel. The league is full of quarterbacks who can win with the right structure. If the Rams believe they still have a strong roster, a proven veteran could be the bridge that keeps them competitive without resetting the entire franchise. Either way, the Rams are clearly planning ahead, and that alone puts them ahead of a lot of teams. Now let's talk Week 15, because this was one of those weeks that clarified everything. The winners were the teams that embraced their identity. Physical defenses, disciplined offenses, and coaches who trusted the game plan. These are the squads peaking at the right time. They didn't just win, they sent messages. One of the biggest winners was any team that dominated in the trenches. December football is about toughness, and the teams that ran the ball effectively and pressured quarterbacks showed they're built for January. Quarterbacks who avoided mistakes and played within themselves also came out looking sharp. You don't need highlight throws in December, you need control. On the flip side, the losers were loud. Teams that relied on explosive plays but couldn't sustain drives were exposed. Defensive units that missed tackles or blew assignments looked unprepared. And most importantly, teams still searching for an offensive identity at this point in the season? That's a major red flag. You are who you are in Week 15.
Some quarterbacks took hits too, not physically but reputationally. Late-game decision-making, turnovers under pressure, and missed opportunities separated franchise guys from question marks. Front offices noticed that. Coaches noticed that. Fans definitely noticed that.
The biggest lesson from this week is simple. The margin for error is gone. Every snap matters now. The teams that understand that are moving forward with confidence, and the ones that don't are already thinking about the offseason.
And that's what ties all of this together. Davante Adams' future, the Rams' quarterback plans, and Week 15 results all point to the same truth. The NFL never stands still. Teams are constantly balancing today versus tomorrow, stars versus sustainability, and risk versus reward. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more NFL insight that goes deeper than the headlines, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Where do you think Davante Adams ends up? Should the Rams draft their next quarterback now or wait? And which Week 15 team impressed you the most? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.